If you're currently dating or if you think about dating, in today's video, Cece and I, we're going to talk about some of the things that you can do to make sure that you are dating on purpose. Stay tuned.
Hey, Blissful friends, welcome back to the Blissology podcast. I am your host, Cece, and I am joined by my other host, hubby. What's up, baby?
Hey everybody, this is Willem and
up,
welcome
what's
to
up?
another episode of the Blissology podcast. If it's your first time joining us, this is a weekly podcast where we talk about
Love, life, relationships, and politics. A little bit of politics.
anything that goes on in this world. This month, it's all about love.
That's right. Just because Valentine's is over doesn't mean,
And it's also Black History Month.
That's right.
Black
love. Yes.
Black love.
That's right, baby. So yes, guys, thank you so much for tuning in, and let's get into your blissful moment. All right. So what's your blissful moment, babe?
I was on vacation,
Okay.
a work vacation. In fact, I worked more while I was on vacation than I normally work at work.
How so?
I was
You're
doing
on
labor
vacation.
work.
When you're on vacation, you're supposed to be relaxing.
Well, I took the vacation to do things that I couldn't do while I was working because obviously I took a project where I redid the girls' bathroom and I did it all on my own. These people were just here bringing me a little juice here from time to
Bring
time.
your food, feeding you.
And
Right.
make sure that I don't miss my meal schedule. Actually, this time around, usually when I'm on vacation, I don't eat on time.
Right. True.
Because I get
true.
so caught up in projects, and before you know it, I skip lunch. She made sure that I didn't skip lunch. But, I appreciate it.
You were working.
I don't think I had a chance to say thank you. So thank you for feeding me while I was working hard.
Wow, that's a good way of putting it. Well, you're welcome.
Yes. But
Thank
then it
you
was,
for feeding me. Wow.
listen, thank you for feeding me while I was working hard.
I know.
I appreciate it,
You're welcome, honey.
But yeah, that was my moment. And, I finally wrap up the project and the kids loved it. So what was your blissful moment?
My blissful moment was our anniversary last weekend. It was really fun. Our 11th year of being married to this man. Ooh! But it was really nice, and we took the girls out with us, and we were thinking of dropping the girls to my mother-in-law's house, but we were like, you know what, we never really took the girls out on our anniversary, so why not just go out with them and enjoy the time, especially the girls haven't been nowhere, right, since COVID. They've been home with me, and, we'll go to places like local, like 15 minutes from here, but nothing like, long drive. So it was fun. It wasn't that we went somewhere out far, but it was just to be in a car driving, and it was really relaxing, and the kids had a good time. We had a good time, and it was just nice. It was beautiful, and they were happy to be out of the house. They were really happy. So
I was
yes,
happy.
You were happy. I was happy. Yes, it was nice. So definitely. Let's start. Let's get into our topic of the day. What are we talking about today?
We're talking about dating. Dating
We're talking about
with a
dating.
purpose.
Yes. Are you dating with a purpose? Are you? Or easy? Right?
What's dating with a purpose
It's
anyway? We always have a reason for
listen.
wanting to go out with someone. I know at least out.
If the guy or the girl that you're dating, do they have a plan for?
Yeah, I'm gonna take you to the restaurant and maybe we'll do something afterwards.
I'm not just dating you just because.
But many dates kind of go on this, we planned it for the night, and
No, that's not what I'm talking about. I dated you with a purpose, okay? I understand if you're like in high school, you're a teenager, you just starting out, you just want to experience, just to see how it is to have a friend that can take you out to the movies or whatever it is.
you need someone so you don't feel lonely.
Right. But there's different reason why people, date each
Oh,
other.
yes.
Okay. So you want to make sure that the guy that you're dating is actually dating you for a purpose, for a reason, not just for a fling.
You know, guys always date girls for a reason. Now, the reason may not be
Some people just want to have fun.
that's a reason.
Some people want to take the car for a drive.
Well, if I want to take my car for a drive, I only put someone in there. But if I want to impress someone with my car so I can do something later, yes.
That's what I meant, baby.
But there's always a reason.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes the reason may not be maybe what you wanted it to be, but there's always a reason. I mean, guys, we see this girl, we think we'll like her, or man, she's attractive. We want to see if we can hang out. And sometimes that's the only reason we just want to hang out.
Mm-hmm.
But there are other times there are guys, and as we get older, our reasons for getting with someone changes, right?
Yes.
Yeah. See, I'm a matured person now.
Yes, you are. You are.
Yeah.
Very much so.
Well, I'm married. I can't date anymore. So.
You listen. You off the market, okay? Like, it's like a product on the shelf, and then I grab it in my cart. It's on my cart, so it's at home. But yes, anyways, one thing I was telling my husband is that there's this thing that they say when you don't know where you're going, you get in the car, you're dating someone and you just don't know what your destination is, right? You like go around and around, but where are you going? That's what sometimes people would date someone for like 5 years, 10 years. Like, hello, how long am I going to be your girlfriend? Or yeah, like, what's your plan? What's your plan for relationships? And I think that's really important. You need to know. Definitely. I mean, I'm not saying like at first, first date, like, hey, what's your long-term goals? What's your short-term goals? What do you have plans? How many kids do you want to have? I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about like, you need to maybe a month into, maybe 2 or 3 weeks into the relationships, right, babe? Would you agree?
Yes, I agree.
Because you don't want to scare them off. You don't want to scare them off or scare her off, right?
Well, they go for an easy one.
But what's the number one thing that you would say as a man? Like, when you date someone, when you're dating someone with a purpose, like what's the number one thing would you
Well, now that I'm
them?
older and wiser, and I realize, getting with someone shouldn't just be about the physical. It's important to have God be part of your process. Mm-hmm. And yes, probably 10 years from now, I probably wouldn't think this, but now again that I'm wiser and older, I realize that you have to let God be part of everything you do, including your dating life.
Yeah.
So pray about it, ask for guidance. God always deliver, and expect that He's going to deliver for you.
Did you when we were dating?
No, I have to admit I didn't pray at first, but as we started seeing each other, I prayed that my wish to be with you for the rest of my life come true, and it did. It's important to have God be part of what you do and part of the process, and that goes for everything. But dating should not be excluded from.
Yes. Absolutely. Yeah. I definitely agree with you. Like, ask for guidance and directions, and you got to trust him, right? If you ask for certain things in life and you do receive. So yeah, definitely. Yeah. So you have to pray. Tell God, hey, this is what I'm looking for, God, and don't get mad if God sends you someone that's not part of your your list.
Sometimes we pray with expectation in terms of the features and the quality we're looking for in maybe someone. However, God always have a plan. And sometimes his plan may be different than yours. But remember, if you ask and you are given,
you shall, yes.
You should accept what you are given, right?
Yes.
So, yes. Actually, I wanted a tall girl.
I am tall. What is this?
Just giving a shorty.
Let me tell y'all this. Not that I prayed for him, but I always said, I want a guy like my dad. Okay? You are very similar.
Like her dad.
Yes, you are. I've always said, when I get married, I want to marry someone that's similar to my dad. And my husband is very similar. And I think the thing is too, the way I see my dad talk to my mom, how he treats her. I mean, until now, they've been married for 40 years. I mean, he still treats her like, girlfriends, like they were dating or something. Still buy her chocolate and flowers and all that. So yes, that's what I wanted. And I said, God, I want someone like my dad, because my dad is such a gentleman. And there's times when I would tell my husband, my dad would have done better. I would tell him, my dad would do this, and why aren't you not doing it? But men are different, and on top of that, they both. My husband is born in January, and my dad is born in January. So see,
January people are the best people.
I'm just saying, God
December
listens.
people, woo!
He listens. Okay, and unfortunately, we both Capricorn, so go figure. He listens when you ask with a faithful heart. I always say that to anyone that I talk to. If you truly want this, and he really sees the heart that you're really looking for a man who has some of these features that you want,
or a girl who has those features that you're looking for.
Yes.
Or a lady, rather.
Yes. And I want to say to you, you have to be truly happy with yourself. Listen, girl, fix yourself first. You don't want to bring someone else into your mess if you're not happy.
Same thing goes for guys. If you have issues, if you're a mama's boy and you can't do anything away from your mom,
baby, that's a good one. Yes.
Detach yourself from. I'm not saying forget your mother. It's important.
No,
but
you don't.
If everything is about your mom, you have some issues that you need to get settled first before you bring another woman in your life.
Amen.
That's just that.
Yes.
Yes. If you're a sloppy person, you're kind of like. Then you need to tidy up before you bring someone in your life.
Because sometimes some people don't want to be single. They don't want to be lonely. And they're not happy with themselves. And they feel like in order for me to be happy, I need to be with someone. I need to have a girlfriend or a boyfriend. But it's not the case. You got to fix yourself first. Like, especially the ones that are just came out of a relationship. Like if someone break up with them. Yeah. And they feel like, man, I need to bounce back. So I'm going to get me with someone that is going to make me happy.
Well, that can work out in guys' favor. Because if a guy all they're looking for is for a one-night stand and someone dropped themselves on their hands, yes, it'll work out for them. But I'm talking about if you're looking for a long-term relationship and you have some issues. Now, some of us have issues that are beyond physical. I'm talking about emotional issues, mental things that we need to deal with.
Yes.
Deal with them. Because no one wants to be with someone that comes with a baggage. Now, with true love, I think we can all deal with someone else's baggage. But if you walked in with that baggage, this person has to be really into you.
Yes, definitely.
To actually accept you with that baggage and try to work with you.
Right.
So if you're going through some stuff, take some time and clear your head out. And in this way, you'll be able to have room for someone else to come in and bring the best of themselves.
Yes. I always said true love, right, comes from within.
Yes.
You have to love yourself first.
Before you can love someone else.
Right? You can't say, oh, yeah, I'm in love with this guy, but yet you don't love yourself. You don't love who you are. So love yourself first. Fix yourself first, okay? Guys, you out there, listen, not just the ladies. There's some guys, some men with some issues too.
Ego issues.
So, yes. Oh, my God.
Mama issues.
Oh, yes.
Oh, baby mama's issues.
Listen, the list will go on. And that's why I want to say the third thing that you want to do is make a list, right? Make a list of the things that he was like, so disagree with me on that one. It's like, a list? What for? Right? When we were talking about it, you're like, babe, why do we need to do this?
I don't think relationships should be based on the basis of a checklist that you're checking off. But at the same time, I think it's important to know the things that you expect from a relationship. And there are things that, yes, you can. I know compromise is always a big part of a relationship. Yes, there are things you can compromise, but there are certain things that you should be able to know. Okay, this is one of those things that, hey, there's no compromising. I'm talking about, like, for me, faith and integrity. Those are things that I don't want to compromise on.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
If you're going to come come straight at me. Don't beat around the bush. Because the moment that you lose your integrity with me, it's kind of like it.
That's it.
So if you have issues that you're working on, it's okay to bring, hey, listen. But at the same time, you can ask the person, hey, listen.
You're like, hey, this is my list. Okay.
No.
So before we get together, I like to know, it's like a resume. When you go apply for a job and you give them your resume.
No. I disagree.
But I do know some people, they said they would not be with a black person. They, African American or black or whatever, they want to make sure that this is their number one thing on the list, that they want to be with a white person. And I know people who actually married a white person. Like, this is what they really feel strong about. Yes. And they're not compromising.
They're not willing to compromise.
Right.
And yes, there are things that you have to know what you want. Mm-hmm. And then obviously, if something's not on your list, don't waste the time.
No. Listen, my list was, are you a Christian? Are you Catholic? What is your faith? Okay? How many kids do you have? And I wanted to make sure too, like, before we really got into it, like, I did put my husband on a 90-day probation. Like, or was it 6 months or 90 days? I don't remember.
It was your stuff. How am I supposed to remember?
And he actually, had to make sure that he stayed within. Like, if you don't agree with it, then okay. Now I know for myself that you're not the one. If you're not willing to compromise, this is my rules. This is what I like. I don't just, okay, you dating me and let's go out. No. We have a 90 days. You're either going to come to the house and then we'll just hang out while my parents are there. That's how we did it when we were dating. And of course, everyone is different. What are your short-term, long-term goals? How much money do you have in the bank? What's your credit score? All these things are important. So yes, that's definitely fact. So listen, keep your list, okay? And I was telling my husband that it's funny that we watched that movie on our anniversary. Was it our anniversary or Valentine's Day?
Valentine's Day, I think.
Yes, and that Sunday night we were like chilling on the couch eating our dinner, and then we watched Act Like a Lady and Think Like a Man. And my husband, I don't think you've ever seen it. No. And that book,
it's a chick flick.
That book, I'm sure a lot of you ladies have seen it. Act Like a Lady and Think Like a Man. It's so good. It actually lets you know some of these things that men do and the way they think. So you really have to see how they play their games for you to really hold on to your emotions. Because some men are just there just to play the game. And if you're not there to play the game, it's going to be hard for you to really know if they are really in this with a purpose. But it was good. Don't give up the cookie. Okay? Yeah. And so what's your next point, baby? What would you want to say after making the checklist?
Well, when you start dating someone, you got to make sure that you keep it fun, keep it fresh, because that's one thing that will allow you to really get to know this person is to make it enjoyable. Do things you like, things they'll like.
Yes.
And change the environment that you actually do things on. Mm. Don't just go to dinner whenever you go out on a date.
Go
do
bowling.
Other things.
Go to do some outdoor activities, picnic.
Listen, do other things. Because people behave differently in different environments.
Take them to a cookout and see how they are around your family and friends, right?
If you have crazy family members, you may want to, really assess to see if it makes sense.
Listen, you want to make sure that this guy or this girl is comfortable around your people, right? Because that's how you know.
Some of us have crazy family. I don't have any. I mean, my people are good. But man, there are people that has family members that you just don't want to be around. But yes. Take them around people that your friends, like,
sure.
Because they need to. If someone's gonna be with you, they need to be okay with people that you're friends with. Now, if you have some odd friends, it's okay. But I'm talking about people that you're really cool with,
that you count on,
who got their heads together. Mm-hmm. That person needs to be comfortable around them because obviously once you start dating this person, you can't eliminate these other people out of your life.
You can't.
They will be part of your life, and you got to make sure this person click with them. If not, then you either have to get rid of all your friends or get rid of that person you're dating.
Yes.
Yeah. So, but yeah, say keep it fun, fresh, and communicate. Be honest.
Yes.
Be honest.
Yes, girl.
With this person.
Listen.
No lying.
Listen.
Tell the truth. Don't omit stuff. I mean, just bring it all out.
You know, I want to say this from the first date. Be yourself, right?
If you don't own an expensive car, don't go rent one. Show up in whatever you have. And I mean it. Whatever you have, show it. I mean, you know, if you're dating someone and you want something long term, don't start on a lie. Don't go borrow like fancy, crazy jewelry and clothes just so you can show off. What's the point?
You know, I was lucky enough that I met you in church at my parents' anniversary, and that when you showed up, you were yourself, and I was myself.
Oh,
you know?
I was fly.
Oh, whatever.
I was like,
you whatever.
And the whole church turned around to look at me. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh, you're so full of yourself. I'm just saying. But yeah, he was fly. Listen, he caught my eyes, okay? And
up to this day, some days that I get my fly outfit to go to work, and she's like, "What the hey? Where you going?"
Right, where you going? I'm not there. Why are you dressing up?
One time she drove by my office.
That's not true. I'm not that crazy lady, okay? I'm not crazy. I would never do that because I trust my husband.
Yes, she does.
But
she questioned me sometimes. Why do I have to look so good going to work?
Yes. Why? Who's coming over? Who's coming to the? Why? I'm not there. And
but yeah, it's for you to see me leaving the house.
And then I'll be right behind you. And I'll be driving. Okay, I see you going in. Now let me come back during lunchtime and see who you're taking out to lunch. But no, you gotta be honest with that person. Yes. Just be yourself. I know it can be tough, like on a first date where you like, man, I don't know this guy.
First impression is important.
If it's like, a blind date, I understand that's gonna be hard. And it can be tough. If it's like a first date where you don't know the person and it's like, okay, I don't know who you are. I'm not going to be as honest as I should be, right? Because I don't know if you're a serial killer or whatever. But if it's someone that you know that you went to high school with or college or church and it's the first date.
Well, here's what I say. I mean, be honest, but don't go and give that person your social security number.
Of course not. No.
Don't go in, but you can be honest about what you do for work. Mm-hmm. You could be honest about your finances. Now, don't go and tell this person exactly what's in your bank account. But if you're doing well, you're doing well.
Right.
You can tell them if you have kids or not. Actually, I think you should tell them if you have kids or not, or her if you have kids or not. I think this is like the best time to bring these things out because those are things that will mean. Do we go out again or do we not?
But if you're in high school, college, it's different. You get to know the person. You're just like, hey, it's me. I'm CC, and this is who I am.
Remember, in high school, no one is dating in high school. At least the majority of kids who dates in high school don't date for long term. They just date for the school year so they can.
No. What about people who married like their high school sweetheart?
The majority of them.
It's like, let me make
But
it
no
clear.
High school kid is thinking that I'm going to date this girl to marry them. Yeah, there's some abnormalities in some kids. There's some outliers where things happen. But many kids that are in high school, they're dating for just a moment. And I know it.
Some that are, mature enough who actually wants to date this person for a long term.
Yeah, but marriage is never living a life together for the rest of their lives. You just
don't know, baby. Like, girls in high school, they're like, picture this. This is my husband to be. This is the person I'm going to have kids with.
Girls in high school are delusional then.
It's crazy. My husband is one of the guys that don't really do well on social media. Like, he'll just go on social media just to, like, check to see what's going on. He barely posts. I don't think he posts as much. But that's one thing I want to say. If you're dating someone, don't be posting pictures of that person all over the place on social media, right?
Well, you can.
Be careful what you post on social media, because you could be dating someone that's like, okay, that has tons of kids that you don't know about. And
social media will help you find out. and this is what I say with the social media. Yes, you have to be careful what you put out there, because once you put it out there, it's out there. And it's out there forever. Say, for instance, you can't go around and say, "Man, I'm settled down. I found the one," and before you know, your next post shows that you're twerking on some other guy, right?
True.
What's the deal? Or you keep posting every guy you meet, that's the guy.
You like,
and then you get with me, and when I check your profile, in the last 3 months, you've seen 10 guys.
Boy.
I'm like, what the hey?
Boy.
Right?
Listen.
So things like this. But yes, if you're dating someone and social media is the one where you can find out if they have baby mamas and kids out there, by all means do it.
Yes.
I'd rather have you find out soon enough so you can decide, is this for me or is it not? Then wait and find out 2 years later this guy's married in another country. Or this girl is married somewhere, whatever it may be, right?
Yes.
So, but
yes.
be cautious what you post on social media, because yes, it is social media and it's available to anyone who needs to see it. However, the example that I gave earlier, that you've seen 10 guys in the last 3 months, that doesn't mean it's okay to do it, whether you post it on social media or not. I think, ladies, you have to be, actually, we all have to be very conservative with what we have, which is this body and this life. Mm-hmm. Don't go out and overuse it for no reason.
True.
Right? So, yes, if it's not a matter of life and death, I don't have to do everything or be with anyone who approach me.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
If I need companionship, I'll do something.
And I want to say, don't just be that available girl too. Like whenever they call you, yeah, I'm available, let's go out. And, you want them to take you seriously, right? If you want to go out this weekend, we can go out. But I'm not going to be one of those that just there for a good time.
You're available every weekend.
That's just there for a good time. Like, no, I understand we like each other, but at the same time, I want you to feel like I'm hard to get. I want to see if you have game, if you're really going to approach me and says, you know what, since we can go out this weekend, let me just come over and sit at your parents' front porch or whatever, which was what he did. So you don't have to be this girl that's available every time they want to go out. You give them your plan. Hey, listen, I would prefer you come over. I would prefer this. Because some men just want to have a good time. But you want to see if they're going to be there for a lifetime.
Good time, lifetime.
Listen.
Here's what I say to this. I mean, easy, for me, at least that's how I looked at it.
I like to hear from a male perspective, yes.
If you that easy, it makes me think, have you been that easy with everyone else that you've been with?
Ooh.
Are you, maybe you're desperate, yes, desperate. Sometimes we get to a certain level that we want something so bad that we're willing to do. And that's understandable. I can appreciate that.
But
we'll
not
do
when it
whatever
comes
is
to
needed.
a man.
However, we have to value ourselves. Now, I don't think life is a game to play, but we have to put a value on who we are. And yes, you're not that easy, so don't make it seem like you're easy. So if you're not available, you're not available. If this
and you
person's
can play
really
hard to get. You don't like
you
when
call
I say
it that, but if you're not available, you're not available. If this is not a good time for you to talk, it's okay, right? And you have to know there's things that you shouldn't sacrifice for a relationship, because all that it does is sets the wrong expectations. Mm-hmm. Yeah, like your family is important, because if you sacrifice your family for this relationship, you're gonna gain the relationship, but you're gonna lose your family. So yes, do what's right. Mm-hmm. But when you come across being easy and very accommodating, one thing it got me thinking, the last guy you were with, were you that easy? Or are you going to be that easy? Got to be something happened, you very easily moved on, and you're now probably going to think of it. Now, you're not appreciated that I can get you whatever I want. But it's probably...
Wow, that sounds good at all.
But if you're easy, that's what it tells me. Whenever I need you, I can get you.
Yeah, in a way, from a guy's view, yeah.
Yeah, that's what it tells me. And is that going to be the same thing for the next guy that comes along? Or was that the same thing for the last guy? How much easy have you been given?
Why would there even be a next guy if you...
I don't know, but if you're that easy, really?
Sure.
Yeah, so I think it's not that I wouldn't appreciate some easiness.
Oh, God, okay. Unless if you are having fun, okay?
Well,
if you're having a good
yes.
time and there's no connection into
And that's
this.
usually what the easy portrays is that, hey, I'm all about the fun thing. I'm all about let's get to it.
Let's get the party started.
Yeah.
Yes.
And if it's all about partying, I'll just join in on the part. Well, I'm conservative. I think of issues, if you're that easy, I don't know what you may have caught from whoever else you were being easy with.
Yeah.
So yes, jokingly I'm saying, but I think of things.
You do, and I think which gonna lead into the next point, and I want you to talk about it from a male's view.
Don't give it up don't give it up too easily. I'm talking about, well, guys we like to take. Girls don't give. Meaning, don't give sex like there's no tomorrow. You can ration the cookie.
Okay. Hey.
Keep the legs closed as long as you want to. Don't think that you're obligated to just give it up whenever you ask for it.
No.
Actually, that's I'd appreciate it if they do, but but don't, because that gives the wrong signal.
True.
I give the wrong signal. Yes, some people would appreciate it, but if you're looking to build something long term, it's okay if you don't. If that person really wants you, if that person really wants to spend their lives with you, they'll wait.
Yes, so true. That's what some people
I think I waited.
Okay. Liar.
I did. I waited. But if this
Liar.
person really wants to be with you, they'll wait. So don't feel like you have to continually have sex with this person just so you can keep them. If you keep someone on the basis of continually giving the cookie, that person's probably gonna hang around for too long.
Yes, it's so true. And when he said he waited, he did. So that's the thing. If you know that you are, conserving this for a purpose, for a reason, and then this is the man you want to spend the rest of your life with, I mean, if you haven't done it, save it until marriage. There's nothing wrong with that. And if you have done it before, don't just give it up on the first night, on the first date, or the second one, or the third one, or the fourth one. Listen, I want to say this. Every woman out there should have, I'm not giving it up after 90 days or 6 months. There's people going to celibate, right?
It all depends on what your
Right?
needs are. Some people have different needs.
Well, I'm sorry, boo. Then it's not going to work out for us.
I'm talking about a lady's needs also.
The
We all
lady
have
needs,
different
yes,
needs.
but then if it's something, it doesn't have to be physical where we get to touchy. No, it could be like a mentally thing where we do things together, like go out, have fun, have a good time. A little kiss and dap here and there doesn't hurt. My dad always say this: don't just be the meat, like man. Guys, I don't know where my dad get this from. He always say, don't let men just touch you too much. You don't want to be with someone that all they do is just keep on. Baby, would you stop it?
I'm just
My dad is
testing.
watching, by the way. Yeah, really. He's such a mess. But yes, you want to make sure that they see that you have value, you have class. This man says, you know what? I see this girl. She's cool. She has class. She's very elegant, or she's very conservative.
Very sophisticated.
That's not even
Very
some
bougie.
people- whatever. Bougie people give it up easily sometimes.
You don't know that.
I don't know that. You're right. But my point is, you don't give it up so easily, because you don't want them to think that you're so easy that I can get with you whenever I want to. Listen, he's a man, and if he tells you these things, I would think that you really.
Oh, I'm not saying men wouldn't appreciate it. And again,
Well,
it's not
yes.
that I'm older and wiser. There are things because those are things that I will advise my girls on. I have 2 girls, and I have to think of these things because
Yes.
those are the advice that I'm going to give them. Mm-hmm. If you had asked me 10 years ago, 15 years ago, it would be a completely different thing.
Because you are a lot wiser now.
Yes, I'm older and wiser, and I have kids that I'm raising. And those are the things that I want to make sure that my kids know, because, when you have girls, it's a whole different ball game.
True. But I want to say this while you were talking. When you date someone and when it happens so frequently where you just give it up every minute, every second, sometimes the relationship does not last.
Well, it changes the dynamics of your relationship.
Just all we do is just this. There's no long terms or short terms goal. It's like all we talk about. Do you want to this and that?
It's all about sex.
No, listen, those are red flags to me. Those are red flags. If a guy cannot do, cannot respect my checklist or this 90 days or 6 months or when we get married plan, then I'm sorry, boo. You're just not the one. And I'm going to keep walking and keep looking until I find the one.
I'm the one already, so I don't have to worry about that.
Yes, you are. So we don't have to worry about that because he waited and he did what he needed to do. And of course, like I said, what we said the first time, when you pray and ask God for someone and you obey and you pray faithfully, he will send that person to you.
God will give you what you want. And I say amen to that. But one thing that's very key to important is that don't give up your family. Whoever you're dating needs to understand that you have a family and your family will always be part of your life. Especially if you're planning on spending the rest of your life with this person, your family. Now, again, some of us have unusual family members. It's okay, but those
What do you sound like you have unusual family members?
I don't. But those family members that you care deeply about, you got to make sure that this person understand that they're part of your life. That doesn't mean they have to get along, but they have to understand that these are people that are going to be part of your lives. And the people that are part of lives need to understand that this person that you're dating is going to be part of your lives. Yes. And if they respect you and they value you, they love you, they'll understand that, hey, those are some of the things that will be, and we'll do our best to work with it.
Yes, but, absolutely.
But yes, I mean, life can be complicated, but I think at first, if we lay out our expectations, what we're looking to get out of a relationship and what we're looking to give into a relationship, because it's not all about what I'm getting. It's also what I'm giving. And the sooner you find out there's an incompatibility, the sooner you can walk away and pursue the next one. Yes. Don't waste time on people if there's no future with you and that person.
Amen, brother. You just dropped the mic, babe. You just dropped the mic, and I have no words to say. I was going to say something else, but I have nothing else to say. You just dropped the mic.
Hey, listen. I'm just sharing.
And that's what we're doing.
If anyone of you guys who's watching has anything you want to add, please leave it in the comments below. And, we're going to put an end to this. So I want to thank all of you guys who joined in today to listen to this podcast on dating. I'm hoping that we've shared some information that can help you if you're currently dating, but also maybe pass it on to someone if someone may have reached out to you for some advice. And, if you the first time you're joining us today, I hope we didn't scare you. We kept this light and fun. But remember to subscribe so you can be part of the family, and also hit the bell notification so you can be notified when we put out this new videos. It comes out every Saturday at 12:15.
Yes, and
on the dot.
A thumbs up as well.
Yes,
like the video and share with your
Absolutely.
friends and your family and friends. So.
Yeah, so thank you very much for joining us today. Check us out obviously you're looking at us on YouTube right now, but we'll be on Facebook, SoundCloud, TuneIn, iTunes, and, leave us some comments. Any topics you want us to cover, please put it in the comments below. If we can cover it, we will do so. If we cannot, sorry. But
we'll find a way.
We'll find a way.
There we go.
She's a doer. So thank you very much. We will see you next Saturday.
Bye.
Peace.